Alright, we're going to go over the profit estimator today. Big thing with the profit estimators, you're going to need to have one of your payroll reports. This is what the payroll report looks like. You can see here total due $31.05. The estimated single guide on this report was $1,070. So what we're going to do with this payroll report is we're going to create a column here that's going to have a cost for each book based on what you spent. So make sure you have that handy. This is the profit estimator. When you open it up, just go ahead and click here. It's going to open up a new window. This is going to be where we're going to fill in our information. Click this button right here to load in the payroll report. Here's the payroll report. What it's going to do is it's going to load in your total payout, $31.05. It's going to load in this as cash spent, which is your single guide. So now you have a chance to either reduce that number or increase that number, depending on what your situation is. I'm going to increase that number to $1,750. You got a little drop down calendar here. I'm going to go ahead and say I did this trip May 12th through, let's see here, May 16th. And my total expenses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add up my hotel expenses, my meal expenses, any car expense I might have. Not gas, but anything else other than gas. I'm going to call it $562.62. Now we got to figure out what your mileage log is. This is pretty slick here. So let's say you leave from Dallas, Texas. Then you head over to Fort Worth. What you want to do too for this mileage variance, this is extra miles that you want to add to the trip. So say when you went to Fort Worth, you usually end up driving, an extra 3 or 4 miles around campus or something like that. So hit add location. Looks like that's 35 miles. Let's see, let's head over to San Antonio. Add location. That's 271 miles. Now I didn't put in a variance. Well, it left the variance as 3. So when you plug this in the first time, it'll keep it. And again, that's just extra miles it's going to add to the trip. So let's say from San Antonio you came back. Hit add location one more time. It's going to add the miles up. Next thing you're going to do, go over here. Make sure you got your dates in here. We've already done that. One additional thing you can do is you can hit add notes if you have something specific, flat tire, had to fix, receipt attached, something maybe specific to your week or something like that, or something that might affect your taxable situation. Definitely put that down. If everything looks good, go ahead and hit save file. It's going to ask you where you want this. Usually I would name it whatever payroll report number you started with. So you can see this one is 842, so I'm going to name this payroll 842. It's saving the file now. And this is what you end up with here. It's got your report number, it's got your report date. It puts together a purchase route for you, which is really slick. Start to finish, it's got your dates of purchase. We've got what's due on this report. We've got your expenses minus the cost of books. You get your mileage, which we haven't done anything with that. You'll deduct that based on how much mileage you have on the year. So talk to your accountant about that. So we come with an estimated profit of $793.15. So you can see the cost of your books really has a big bearing on what's going to happen there. You've got your notes right here. Again, your accountant's going to love all this stuff. The mileage log is the huge win right here. Most people don't keep mileage logs. If they do, it's not detail orientated like this. So I mean, this is pretty all encompassing. Scroll down, you're going to have the same payroll report you had before, but you're going to have an extra column now for cost of goods. I'm going to highlight this entire column. You're going to be able to see that this adds up to the number that we plugged in for the cost of goods, which was $1,750. So what we've done is we've come up with a number and we filled in your cost. So you can see on this one you made $19.72. We've come up with an estimated cost of $11 on that. So this is something your accountant and you will really appreciate at the end of the year for tax time. If you could generate one of these reports every time you're given a payroll report, you're going to save yourself a lot of hassle. So that is the profit estimator.